these macking words, nerd.
At forward, 6'6", number 43, Pascal Siakam.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, hey, somebody got to do it. I'm going to put up on it. Do it. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Turn the TV off. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. Taking a look at Miami, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Pacers, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And right now for Miami, they have clear goals in this final month. Time to secure a spot to play in because that's their ticket into the playoffs.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Mitchell. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero into the 2. And for Indiana, Jarris Walker out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Neesmith. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got 2 of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one.
And Adebayo throws it down hard.
Oh, that's not fair. Adebayo using his athleticism to give this crowd something to remember.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Now, here's Siakam. 11 points last game. Shot clock at 2. A shot by Nembhard, no good. On offense, here are the Heat. Powell, no one around him. It's good from long range.
An elite shooter from downtown. The defense has to chase Powell off that line whenever he's got the rock.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now, here's Zubac. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Shots good by Siakam.
Siakam has worked tirelessly on his shooting, and now, as a result, he's a legitimate threat from outside.
Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. That's a 2 from Powell. It's hauled in by Zubac.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Zubac, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Siakam. Here's Zubac. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Hero. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Adebayo, and he banks in the layup. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Hero. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. And here's a look at some numbers for Pascal Siakam.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. Nembhard finds Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Fires the three. Doesn't go that time. And so Powell will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Now, Hero, still without a basket. Powell, the pass to Adebayo. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to go on Zubac.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the first one at the line is good.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
Obi Toppin's checked in for Zubac. And Adebayo drops them both. And a big game here for both teams, Clark, as they jockey for playoff position.
Well, we know playoff seeding can make a huge difference in how you advance or not in the playoffs. And being in a position to secure home court is certainly something you'd like to have. So I wouldn't be surprised to see these teams treat this just like a playoff game.
Here's Wiggins. The Pacers making the shot. Back to Hero. Pass to Powell. And he drops it in from the low post. Powell's got 5.
And for his stature, Norman Powell very capable of finishing inside with authority.
Here's Nembhard. Toppin finds Walker. And here is Nesmith. Siakam, right side. Over Adebayo. And again, it's Indiana converting. The Heat have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Hero, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, I like that effort from Andrew Wiggins there, doing a nice job on the offensive glass.
Pass to Toppin. Outside, Walker. Now, Siakam. He's guarded by Adebayo. Siakam passes to Nembhard. Here's Nesmith. A miss that time would have put him up. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. For Indiana, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark.
Well, you've really got to admire and appreciate the reliability of a guy like Siakam. You know, he understands his game inside and out, knows his strengths and weaknesses, and because of that, I think he's able to contribute to his team in multiple ways.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Shepard comes in for Aaron Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Khalil Ware's checked in for Miami. Jonas comes in for Tyler Hero.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Now here's Powell. 5 points in the game. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:11 left to play in the first quarter. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Heat leading by 4. Down low. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Siakam. Here's Walker. And Walker throws it down.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Here's Jonas. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Here's McConnell. The Heat knocking down the tray. Over in the corner, Shepard. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Jonas. Adebayo kicks to Powell. Misses the three.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Outside, Walker. Here's Toppin. Oh, Clark, it went in! Count it!
Yeah!
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A three at the buzzer, that'll do it.
Norman Powell. He's been the guy making things happen for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
T.J. McConnell is out there with Jones. Then there's Obi Toppin. Then there's Shepard. And it's Huff in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Well, Obi Toppin, Clark, has always been a guy that goes right at the rim.
Yeah, I think dunking was instilled in him at an early age because he does it in a variety of flavorful ways, if you will. His father was a street ball legend, and his college coach encouraged him to have that dunk-first mentality every chance he got.
And it's Shepard missing. Miami leading by 5. Pass to Jonas. From outside, off the mark. And for the Pacers, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Monday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Davion Mitchell's checked in for Jonas. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, the Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. The Heat leading by 7. On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Powell. Ware kicks to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Toppin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Shepard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. And the free throw, no good. Some say, Clark, the game has lost its physicality, with fewer fouls called on average than in any previous decade.
You know, I don't necessarily fully agree with that, Kevin. Sure, the game is still physical. Some of the hard fouls, and because the game was played closer to the basket in the past, lent itself to more fouls being called and more bumping and thumping. It's more perimeter-oriented now, but I don't know if it's necessarily less physical. And I don't actually mind fewer foul calls. I like the players being able to play and put the ball in the basket as much as possible.
And so here is Indiana. The Heat getting the bucket. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now, here's Siakam. 8 points for him, and he makes that one.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
The drive by Mitchell. And Adebayo throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 10. A fader. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. In fourth, the Heat.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
Now, Ware. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Inside, here's Toppin. Rebound by the Heat.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, it's been an impressive offensive output.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Toppin. And Walker subbed in for Shepard. And Miami also making a switch. Larson's checked in. Here's Nemhard. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. Siakam for 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Hey, when it comes to his three-point shot, I think those corners are where Pascal Siakam is the most effective.
Here's Adebayo. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. First one falls for him.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 15. Rebound by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. They're leading by 8. They host the 76ers after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Nemhard, the pass to Nesmith. Siakam inside. He's defended by Ware. Missed inside. The Heat leading by 10. Pass to Larson. Back to Mitchell. Hero from long range. Pacers with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays
in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Heat have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. There's the three. Larson with the bucket. Larson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Zubac with the screen for Siakam. Indiana again missing. Miami's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Pacers trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Trying to get something going and finished off by Siakam.
Boy, Siakam has been in attack mode, and it's paying off nicely for this offense.
Mitchell passes to Larson. Adebayo against Zubac. The shot by Adebayo, no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Nembhard finds Zubac. Siakam outside. And it's denied. Hero with it. No scoring in this one. For the three, Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Pass to Nembhard. And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Coach, what, if anything, do you think your team could improve on?
Well, the fact that, we had some open shots, so we missed them. We just have to stay the course. We're expecting a big burst from them in this building. We got to be stable all the way through.
You hope they start to fall. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Miami Heat.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded roster.
Yeah, team chemistry, a big point of emphasis for this organization. And since we have a moment, let's see what other games are coming up tonight. It'll be the Golden State Warriors up against the Nuggets out in Denver. That one gets going 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
And this could be a fairly competitive.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Pacers trail by 11. On the court for the Heat, we've got Hero. Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Powell, and at the three, the small forward.
And that's not an easy shot for a big. Siakam showing his comfort level from anywhere.
Well, with Zubac, obviously, Clark, you're getting strength, but he's underrated when it comes to skill. Good passer and nice ball skill.
Kevin, I like his little jump hook in the post. He's got a nice little touch with the push shot in there. He can get it done anywhere in the paint. You know, he knows exactly when to look for and take his shots. His IQ playing inside is as good as it gets.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Wiggins against Siakam. Fires away from outside. And Indiana, another three.
Siakam not going to let them just own the three-point line. He's returning fire with a vengeance.
Powell outside. Kicks it out to Hero. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 7 rebounds in the game. Nembhard finds Siakam. Zubats a screen on Wiggins. Siakam for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Siakam's got 12 points now in the quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Lets the 3 fly, and the Pacers another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And the foul on Jarris Walker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Hero. He has yet to score. Mitchell outside. Pass to Wiggins. Mitchell left side. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the line. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Siakam.
And when you see Wiggins starting to develop that mindset, that mental edge, knows he has the defender in trouble, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
Free throw good, Wiggins. Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, it's interesting. Some people say Wiggins should play meaner, but to me the most important thing is that he improves his overall game every year.
Here's Nembhard, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Back to Siakam. From the arc. Miami grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. It's Nembhard on the wing, covered by Mitchell. It's stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Wiggins. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Heat lead.
Boy, Wiggins does it in so many different ways. That scoring versatility of his, special. This time he got it done in the painted area.
Now, here's Siakam. He's got 32. Zubats with the screen for Siakam. And the 3 ball is good. Siakam's got 35.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now, Neesmith, after Norman Powell, missed from long range. Siakam misses. The Heat leading by 5. Wiggins finds Powell. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Powell's got 20 points.
Powell's ability to knock down shots off these kind of passes makes him extremely dangerous.
Obi Toppin's checked in for Indiana. And Miami also making a switch. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Mitchell. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. Count the basket.
That's where Toppin does most of his damage, and he's incredibly efficient down there.
Andrew Wiggins.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Al LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Kevin, back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. And here are the Heat now. After Indiana gets the three, buries it from three-point range.
I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. That's fun to watch.
Now, here's Nesmith. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And Indiana, another three.
Boy, they're having a good half so far offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Well, Aaron Nesmith isn't just a high-effort player. He also provides a valuable skill set.
He sure does, Kevin. I mean, he's strong, he's athletic, can guard a couple of positions, he rebounds effectively for his size, and he's a sniper from the three-point line. He's an absolute laser. And I think his greatest attribute is his competitiveness as a defender.
Toppin, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Hero, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Tapping a screen on Powell. Nesmith can't get it to go.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Wiggins kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Hero. Hero can't get that one to fall.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here, but he's battling, continuing to fight.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Nesmith, and it's all evened up. Nesmith has got 9 points here in the second half.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's Hero. Powell outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. That one, no good. Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Indiana Pacers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Toppin is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's C.J. McConnell. Then it's Jones. And it's Shepard in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Jones. Pass to McConnell. And here is Siakam. Here's Jones. He's guarded by Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. Here's Siakam. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Siakam's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
Oh, the numbers speak for themselves. Siakam showing great versatility on the offensive end.
Adebayo against Siakam. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Adebayo against Siakam. Siakam sets a screen for Shepherd. Pass to Jones. Here's McConnell. And the three off target. Heat shooting in this game, 45%. Here's Adebayo. Now, here's Mitchell. And the shot is good.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Now, here's Siakam. McConnell passes to Jones. Back to McConnell. Now Jones. Pass to Toppin. For three, Siakam. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. This one for three. The Pacers pull it in. Toppin's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Siakam. The shot from the low post is good. Siakam's got 39.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Mitchell passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And some changes here for the Pacers. Huff's jacked in, and Jarris Walker's subbed in for Jones. Wiggins is jacked in for the Heat. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now, my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And Miami has possession, following the three-pointer by Siakam. Here's Hackett, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Siakam. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Takes the three, and again for three.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got two guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the paint. Huff, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Jaquez outside. To the inside. Wiggins in the post. Siakam's there. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Heat with some changes. Khalil Ware's checked in for Adebayo. Powell comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And it's Tyler Hero in for Davion Mitchell. Pass to Shepherd. And Siakam has it in the corner. Beyond the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Count that one.
Assisted by Andrew Wiggins.
Here's McConnell. Out left to the wing. Siakam against Wiggins. Shoot from 8. Here's Shepherd. Guarded by Powell. Another shot. He gets the bucket on the way in.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front. the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Both teams will make substitutions. Hero. No good from 3.
Rough start for him for sure. He needs to make a shot just to gain some confidence.
And there's the dunk.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's Hero following the score by Indiana.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Here's Siakam. Layup, no good. The Heat trail by 5. Now, Adebayo. And he gets that one to go.
Big time from Bam. This guy's played in the finals, so Adebayo knows how to handle the pressure.
Mitchell with the steal. Fires, and he connects on the short J.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Zubac has screen on Wiggins. Wiggins against Siakam. There's the 3. Connects again from distance.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And this guy is a gamer. Hero embraces any chance he can to draw a foul while taking the shot.
Good on the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And Hero drops them both.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now, here's Siakam. And another one falls. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Now, Adebayo. Got it.
And look who shows up in the clutch. The readiness of Adebayo paying off big time.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Siakam against Wiggins. Lock at 6. Zubac a screen on Wiggins. Now Zubac. Outside Siakam. Misses the 3.
And a calm in the storm. These fans taking in the moment.
He has made it 4 from outside en route to the most threes in a game in franchise history. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nembhard there for the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
That should about seal the deal, showing the killer instinct.
A three-pointer, good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. We're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
13 foul. 2 shots. Aaron Neesmith.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. Here's Mitchell. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring added pressure?
This is a game that I love, and I just want to have fun playing the game. And I think, I got to just be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself. Play basketball, have fun. And, I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Pascal Siakam.